1. Suck down the lozenge moon to lay yourself out for work. First you, then joggers by the canal, light and gradual like sifted cocoa. 2. I am making myself into a fortress, but right now I am a factory. I want to compile my self-worth into bricks to lay at my waist, but hands, not mine, push them down the conveyor belt. This is not a perfect gift economy. We are so happy, we are singing, we are so happy, our happiness is thick-fisted rubber. 3. The flat sounds of canned tomatoes landing, beet tops groping together in the drain. You drip orange peels into the compost and sweep the juice from your chin. I have decided to eat the way I scream, with a jaw unhinged, pupils tracking inwards. I am shrinking the factory out of me. I am scrubbing off its smell. I am stinking myself up in my own. 4. This emptying yourself out, but tell it to me again. I realize I have never choreographed anger. It feels awkward and frigid on my limbs. I push it deep inside. 5. I Google how to be angry, and an animated man with red hair and squiggled eyebrows demonstrates placing index finger to chin and pushing shoulders down. I practice this in front of a mirror. The animated man informs me anger is like water, which doesn't really make sense. I peer into the mirror and feel hungry. I make a sandwich. Maybe anger feels like hunger. I practice not eating with my index fingers at my chin and my shoulders pushed down. 6. Unzipped workday, crawling back on all fours, winding myself back up with each block closer, another tick in the spine. Hello, thank you for having me. Thank you, Tree. I feel really honored to be reading. I have a lot of angry poems, so I'm sorry in advance for that. Sorry, I'm having mic things. Okay. I was quite sick this week, and this is kind of about that. It's called I Wish You'd Come to the Hospital with Me. Through musked undirty, I pill, swallow, quiet, lie fallow. Straddling nerve fibers vis-a-vis spinal cord, the red strikes me, microbial and mucus, at a crouch where palms and kneecaps meet red, unfasten my tongue, red undirties my kidneys. Retching up curtains with iced coffee, who's there? The machinations ring closer to bone, still rest, red tells me. Outside marches by email, without witness, pressing damp towelettes, rivulet wait and sigh, unaccompanied, I undirty the waiting room. This is a newer project that I'm really excited about twins, and my mom is here, and I am very excited about that as well. Yeah, I started to think about like female friendships and twinning and like mother-daughter relationships as the first twinning, and my mom's here to hear it. Yay. Is the possibility to twin in apparel, in diet, in suspicion and activity, in the idea of empathy, in flesh and fingernails painted coral red. Split or paired, in utero postpartum, mother was hen proud in fortress in clay. The womb doubles with space for the self. Mother, I twinned her. Boys wanted to climb back inside of me. That was my mother's too. This fallopian envy, twinning. Even bird cages have mirrors, limbs languid and lean over splintering fence. This is a particularly angry poem. I don't trust men who love philosophy. Their prudish and selective idealism, like America, how the unluckiest stories begin. How can we still invite each other in? For cranium, for cradling, for soothe, for sweetened by raspberries, for imprints in duvet, for vaccine and virus, for hush, hush, for sigh. wetted by wine, for second position, for soothe, for joy, made light-footed through muck. If this offering is enough to pare down or make mittens of my resentment, I vomit it up. On the ethics of representation, biting her nails. He wrote a poem with my dog-eared panties, a stoic, unresponsive girl he called me, you published it. Relating becomes representing, stacking of Tupperware, sedated tender by proxy. As ashen wind, some ideas, toothy and lumbering through the back entrance, and I don't want to leave my house today. I'm going to read what Chris refers to as the face-ripping poem. Yay, it's also angry. I place my grief in a jar of formaldehyde and hang it from a hook on my bookshelf. I look into it each morning and ask, have you turned ripe and pretty yet? Ornate, ordinary, it tells me it's not ready to come out. I add more methanol. I cry. I break a mirror for bad luck. I let him fuck me in his kitchen with the lights on. Sorry, Mom. I cry some more. I look at my jar of grief. It is not ready. I put wine on it. Not another sound ritual. To prepare a belly-clenched breath, massage throat, neck, and face muscles. Part kettle-steamed neck flesh wide. With index fingernails sharpened into 2 translucent hooks, loosen your voice strings. My friend tells me about a sexual fantasy she slips into sometimes from the subway. I'm making out with this guy, and I nibble his ear, whatever, and then I use my teeth to gently pry the flesh off his face. I rip it, there's blood, and I just keep ripping it and tearing it and ripping it. I laugh. Who am I to judge the ways she retaliates? Ways of bodily fluids and trimmed fur coats and red lipsticks. Ways of building pleasures with boundaries where she doesn't have to smile, flip her hair casual-like, and cry next to the morning commuters on the walk home. Listen here for unfurling larynx, breath pinballing between vocal cords. I refuse to be one of those bitter women with their resigned and shitty worldviews telling younger women to get over it. I worry you think I should sound like other girls, whatever that means. But these spoiled sounds become their own surveillance. My grief is green and unchanging. I shake it. I scream at it. I put it down. The contents swirl, then slow. A large gelatinous piece rips from the center and moves against the rest. It reminds me of you. You need to stop entangling yourself in my morning. Why are you always there? Go away. Nobody wants you here. Hey, put down that jar. It's mine. You told me you didn't want to be with me because my dog is unhappy. Now I chase away the squirrels and bark at the men leaning into their fuel tanks. My grief is still green and unchanging. I take down my jar, waltz it through the hall and into the kitchen, place it in the dark of my cupboards next to the pickles, kimchi, and sauerkraut so that it may ferment. This won't happen because methanol kills microbes, but hey, sometimes it's good to have unachievable goals. So I am waiting for my jar to ferment. Nonetheless, I am waiting. I am waiting so that one day I may drink it and it may pass through me. These feral fermentations, these grieving rituals, the way sugar converts to acid or alcohol, and I finally forget the curvature of your nose. Your smell lifts from my pillows the more times I wash them. The ground is firming up around him, frosting over, hardening, but no, fermentation needs oxygen, and I can't let my jar ferment because I can't stop picturing coffee made with paper towels and cake spoiled by vinegar. Guttural. If every sound is an autobiography, I might have revealed too much. Shriek, sobbing, shrill lament, the gaps we leave in the night, inarticulate and leak-proof. I just have one more. This is from my chapbook, which is officially out of print. Trace amounts of lithium are found in all organisms, but I'll answer, when the lithium body twists and squawks and froths with raindrop figurines on the fireplace and lamps with sturdy bases, well, we're all sick anyway. Footnote 1. You'll begin to wonder how you could possibly know the lithium body without holding lithium and being held by not lithium, and how you can locate the difference when lithiumless is complicated, but lithium-filled means you need to talk about what it is to be a lithium body and a father at the same time in different variations. End footnote. A TV advertisement for lithium informs, actually, the self is a list of symptoms until otherwise diagnosed. Feral illnesses, tread quiet, avoid the nocturnal wood panels that creak. Lithiumless is acrid and stretches further into the dark and means, look, lithium isotopes found in nature have among the lowest binding energies, and we're out of toilet paper, and you need to be home by midnight, and he doesn't know I'm telling you this, but that still doesn't mean you can tell all of your friends. Lithiumless, she says, is agile. At the moment I swore off lithium, I found another. There was another lithium body. In the room that was quiet, where we pressed our bodies up against the bare walls, traced raindrops into stomachs, plucked pebbles from shoulder blades, and bird carcasses from thighs, I told this new lithium body, I am running from lithium. He nodded, combed the sand from my hair. Again, I find myself next to your naked lithium, again, naked next to lithium while running from lithium. Again, these pathologies remind me of mapped heredities, footnote 6. If you mention Newton, I will scream. I am far more interested in vomit than I am in physics. There is a gap between repulse and repel, and some days it is a canyon further and deeper than others. Some days that canyon is a rip in the earth or a coagulating of clouds. Some days it is a ripple in my coffee, and others it is the depth of my womb. Thank you.